And it began in an autumn day, right here in the OAK, California dreaming in the Golden State, Alameda County right here by the bay.
Yes, I represent that nation. Our story. Yes, I represent that nation. Our story. Yes, I represent that nation. Our story. That's right. Representing super in the block, Mr. Manuel Flacio is here. With our show with Nanny Pity from Oakland to Los Angeles to Vegas to Mexico City. Yes, I represent that nation. Yes, I represent that. Yes, I represent that nation. Yes, I represent that. Yes, I represent that nation. Raider Nation. Raider Nation. For life. And I'm a spicy girl in the mother moon.
And it began on an autumn day, right here in the OAK, Alameda County right here by the bay, California dreaming in the Golden State. And you can find me in that east side, representing that east side. No matter what, we rep that shit.
What's up, Raider Nation? I'm Spicy Raider Girl here. Welcome to For Life, our Raiderettes Roundtable. We have an exciting show for you tonight. We have a special guest, former Raiderette Adrianne will be here with us, aka Mama. So come and join the conversation. She has great stories she's going to tell you, and maybe you can ask her some questions as well. If you're watching over on Facebook, make sure to come over on YouTube to join that conversation. If you're coming on Facebook, we will not be able to see your comments, and we want to be able to interact with you. So if you haven't already, if you're on Facebook, come to YouTube. Also, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do so. We appreciate your support, and light that torch and hit that like button. Every bit of support helps, and we appreciate you all for watching and for being here. The drinking game tonight, if you're old enough to drink and you like to drink, the drinking game alert is dance, dancer, dancing, anything affiliated with dance. So if you're a drinker and we say dance, make sure you drink. If you don't drink, toke. If you don't toke, you better start twerking. Or we should start saying hair flipping, because these girls got the hairography on point. If you don't drink or toke, you should start hair flip. I'm going to change it. I'll bring in the rest of the cast. Right now, we got, of course, Mother Moon. What's good, Mother Moon?
Hey, what's going on? I am ready to do some flipping and some drinking, and I wore my best to see my lady. I'm so excited to see our former Raiderette. I'm so excited.
You are looking fabulous. You're looking fabulous.
Hair flip.
And we
start drinking
got the
already.
word. I think it might be a little bit too much.
This is
Lady
true.
T in the house. What's up, Lady T? She rocking in a suite
Hey,
tonight.
Lady
She went
T.
from the Raiderettes locker room to a suite. She bouncing around.
Flipping the hair.
What's up, my girl B? What's good?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, B.
Okay.
How are you?
Yay! Hi.
Hi.
Missed you guys.
I know. Welcome. We have Jay, Jackson, BL, Killa Kaz. What's up, Raider Speedy, Sultan, 254, Brian. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. We are, like I said, we're going to have our Raiderette on our show a little bit later into the show. But for right now, we are going to talk a little bit about football. That's why we're here, right? We're going to talk some Raiders football. If you watched our show last night, we ranted, we went on a tangent, but today we're going to focus on the positive. We're going to focus on the positive, because even though the Raiders are 1-4, they could easily be 5-0, right? And that's why we're so hurt right now, because they did a lot of good things yesterday. They did a lot of good things, and I want to highlight some of those good things today. I want to start with, I thought there were two standout players of the game. One on offense, one on defense. Mad Max, of course, on defense.
Of course.
And Josh Jacobs on offense. Lady T, I'll kick it to you. What do you think about Mad Max's performance?
I think he was trying to win that game for his baby girl, bringing her in, bringing her into the world with the W. That's, perfect way to bring her in. But I think he performed. I think he handled his business out there. He understood the assignment. So I don't have anything bad to say about Mad Max. He definitely did.
He showed up.
Yeah,
he showed up for sure. And to your point, Mrs. Crosby, his mother had put on Facebook or some sort of social media that Mad Max had texted her something about, he's gonna have like the best game ever or something like that. Mother Moon, you alluded to that in our pregame show yesterday, that you had that sense as well before you even saw that post. So what did you think of Mad Max's performance?
Oh, I thought it was awesome. I think I felt his energy before the game even started. As a mother, thinking, my man's gonna go out there and win this game for my baby girl, and I just felt that he had it all ready to go. He wanted to get the sacks in, that he wanted to get the game done and get to his lady and his family and make it happen. I just felt that his energy was going to bring it, and
I think it'd be like
totally
a win and then go have a baby.
Yeah,
That would have been like the perfect scenario.
Yes,
and to bring up that point, the sacks, of course, Crosby, first time in his career with multiple sacks in consecutive weeks. So, he did so well last week. He did his thing this week. The numbers here don't lie. Here are his stats from yesterday's game. I mean, my goodness. And of course, he is tied for first in sacks in the NFL. B, what are your thoughts on this performance?
To me, there was a couple players. I mean, at first in the first half, it was of course Adams, and then Jacobs and Renfro. But for me, I think the one would be like Carlson. I mean, our kicker never fails, and I wish he would have did it at the end of the game to win the game. I was hoping, but he just doesn't miss. So he's the one that stands out to me.
He's our Doogie Howser.
Doogie Howser. I'm not sure I know what that means, but okay, we'll go with it. Dirty Elo wants to say what's up to everyone. Salute Spicy, Lady T, Mother Moon B, and the nation. What's up, Raiderette China? Let's flip to the other side of the ball while we highlight the other aspect of it. Josh Jacobs, I thought did a tremendous job on offense. Lady T, what do you think about Josh Jacobs' performance here?
He did. He came to ball out. Like our team's kind of relying on him to get those yardage right now, and he's getting his yards.
He's like running through players, like one-on-one.
Oh, yeah. He likes that full contact, Yeah. I mean, I would think he would rather be on defense because he likes that contact. But, I mean, he goes in full force, He's not scared to get hit. He's not scared to hit. And he's not scared to run through those brick walls. Like, are we going to bring up what hasn't happened since the 80s now, Spicy? Or are we going to hold off on that?
Let's talk about it. Tell him.
So 154 yards back to back. The last two that's done that, Bo Jackson and Marcus Allen. It hasn't happened since the 80s. And Josh Jacobs, I mean, in his interview yesterday.
Two of the graders great.
Yes. So we can't sleep on Josh, we can't sleep on Jacobs. He's out there. He's balling.
I think they even talked about that, the announcers, like he was like in the trenches, like bringing back like old school football. Like they did touch on that a little bit.
Yes. Yeah.
I love it.
That's probably why I enjoyed watching him so much. It just seemed like old football. And it being, Mother Moon, I'm older than you ladies, you're all my baby girls. But it was like old football. This run right through. Yeah, I totally enjoyed it. Totally enjoyed the game.
Definitely. Yeah.
Says Jacobs earned him a contract. We would be stupid not to keep him in Vegas. Absolutely. I mean, the way he's playing right now, I mean, it's hard not to agree with that man at the moment.
He's carrying the team, right? He's carrying the team. When we can't get those routes out, I mean, handoff. I think that was a perfect game plan yesterday, was running the ball yesterday. Handing him that ball, just let him get those 5 yards, 10 yards, whatever he was getting the ball down the field. So he got us to the red zone a couple times.
Yeah, most Adams, definitely. Though. Let me ask you this, ladies. Even though they are 1-4, the Raiders are 1-4. We wish they were 5-0, and I think every game they've been right there. They've been in reach, right? Especially yesterday. There's the controversial 2-point conversion. We can go back and forth on that. But here's the question. Here's the question to all of you: Is this season still salvageable?
Yes,
I think so.
Yeah,
I mean, it's really depressing after last game losing that, but the way we played, especially in the first half, I feel like,
Well,
let's hope. And I mean, we need this bye. We need this time off. They need this to regroup, and just a little bit of extra time to focus. Maybe that's what it's going to take. But yes, I think we still have it. We can still do it.
Well, the season, the schedule kind of lightens up here a little bit, right? It gets a little it's like no win is easy. Listen, no win is easy. It's any given Sunday, right? Of course. But it's looking to be like the schedule is going to be a little easier. You've got the Texans coming after the bye week, and then the Saints after that. Mm-hmm. should be winnable games, right? Those should be winnable games. If we're looking forward, that takes the Raiders to 3-4, hopefully. Again, never can tell, but I mean that right there, that kind of puts the Raiders, back in a decent situation at least.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, then I think
we
we all agree then.
And
Yeah.
I mean, I was going to touch base on our tea, but I'm hoping that Adams is in the next game. We don't know.
Yeah, we'll talk. We're gonna talk about that Adams situation in the black tea a little bit later, but yeah, hopefully he's able to play. I think we all want that, and I don't know anyone's opinion on that because we haven't talked. Like, we try to keep the show as organic as possible. We kind of know the topics, but we don't know each other's opinions. So I'm really interested to see everyone's kind of all of your ladies' point of view on that. But let's go over to the chat line real quick. It looks like we have some people here. Raider Speedy says, ladies, I have one question. What hell is our head coach calling plays at the line for? I thought we were done with that when we got rid of Gruden point blank. Anyone want to respond?
Did you see Carr's response to that? Josh Jacobs' response to that? Darren Waller's response to that? They were all in. They wanted to play that aggressive. They wanted to try to attempt to make that work. And it's worked before, so they thought they'd give it a try. Me, personally, I don't think it was a smart move, but the whole team wasn't on the same page on it.
Are you talking about the 2-point conversion?
Yeah. So, I mean, if it would have worked,
it's so tricky because if they would have won, he'd be like a hero. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's what they were trying to pull off yesterday. So, I mean,
and the adrenaline was going.
Yeah.
I personally thought they should have kicked for the tie. Even before the outcome happened. Of course, if it happens, he's the hero. But when I saw that happening, I was like cringing, to be honest.
Because you knew what he was going to do. You're like, just tie it. And then they're like, no, he's going to go for 2.
and with that, the guys, the players have to be behind the coach. You can't say, oh, no, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to kick. As a team, they have to have that togetherness. They have to back their coach. You have to back your boss when he's making that move. So although we didn't agree, I'm glad they all are sticking to the story and say they thought.
Hey, there was that play in. Was it like? Was that play? Was it when 2-point? They went for. I think it was in New Orleans, right? Was it? And they went for 2 points or something like that, and ended up winning. And like everyone was super stoked. Do you remember that scenario?
In New Orleans.
Yeah, in New Orleans, several years ago. But yeah, same kind of thing, right? But Jay Jackson, he says, concerning Renfro, did we bring him back too soon, or is he still suffering symptoms of a concussion? Ladies, would you like to respond? You think so?
We brought him back too soon. I agree.
I mean, is everybody judging off just like that play when he ran into Adams? I mean, because I feel like before that he was playing not bad. Is it just because of that play?
No, I don't think he brought his full speed back. I've seen concussions, and it takes you some time to fully come back to your full potential after a concussion, right? Like you're not thinking as clearly as you did before you got that concussion. And I get it. He wants to get back out there. He wants to hit. He wants to make some plays. But I think we should have sat him out at least until the Texans game. Give him another 2 weeks. I get it. The doctor probably cleared him. He went through his protocol.
We were also missing Waller.
Right. Well, and they didn't utilize Renfro too much. I know. I can.
Third and Renfro now.
I can remember, and I don't know the stats, but I feel like I remember one catch.
Well, I mean, we gave up 99 yards and penalties yesterday, right? That's what kind of hurt us. There was two to three major plays, which kind of switched the whole game plan. But we were maintaining that game. We were executing. We didn't really work on the scramble plays with Mahomes, but I mean, every time they got to that red zone, they scored. And that's what we had to do, is stop them from trying to score and get into that red zone. But we didn't, did hold
it. That's a coordinator issue right there.
Yeah.
When Kelsey can score 4 touchdowns on like 7 receptions and 24 yards, and I think on the last one nobody was even guarding him. I mean, that's a huge issue, and to me that goes on coaching and that goes on the defensive coordinator. But our positive conversation went
I think personally, I think our defense did a good job of holding them.
They did, but we did give up 99 yards. You know, we basically gave up a whole football field of penalties yesterday, which some of them I don't think were, you know, I mean, was it 11 against 11 or was it 11 against 15 yesterday? I mean, that's always my question. You know, we could bring
I
our
think
A
11 against 11. I don't think the refs, honestly, the refs did not determine the outcome of the Raiders' loss, in my opinion. And honestly, that
That
sack
on Carr, we got
on
lucky.
Carr, that was a sack strip. That should have been a turnover in my. If that would have happened flip side, we would be irate and we would be conspiracy theory. The refs are against us. To me, that was a clean hit. I know after the Tua incident, you know, things have been happening. It happened with Brady where the quarterbacks can't even be touched. They might as well just put their red jerseys on for the games at this point, or flags. I don't know. But that looked clean to me.
But the defense holding penalty, you don't think they gave that to them? I mean, the last time they called that was in 2015, and it was the same ref. You know what I mean? It was the same ref. So
sure,
I'm just saying, I
think that definitely is a standout situation. But then again, okay, you go tit for tat, right? So they're bad calls on both ends.
Yeah.
So did anyone see any?
Overall, is going to determine the game, in my opinion.
Let me ask: did anyone see any great dance moves when the touchdown was done?
Oh, in case you're just joining us, the drinking game. Mother Moon always keeps us honest when it comes to the drinking game. Our drinking game tonight is dance. So if you drink, take a drink. If you don't drink, you know what to do. We're gonna call the hair flip now. And this drinking word is in honor of our Raiderette, who will be on here in less than 3 minutes. So stay tuned.
I'm excited to see her.
I am too.
Get back to what our show is about.
That's right. That's right. I briefly chatted with her.
What's up, Raider Cody, Raider Travis? Oh, is that my little dude? Is that my little Chucky? Hey, buddy. What's good?
I don't see him yet. Hey,
I don't
buddy.
Yeah,
there must be a ghost.
I'm like, what are you looking at?
I think this is him right here. You want your team, our team, to get the calls, but it's not good for football. See, somebody's typing for him. Little Chucky, take back the keys. Take back the keys.
Take over that keyboard. That's right. That's right. He has his apple juice ready.
Little Chucky says he has his apple juice ready. Dance, little Chucky.
Dance.
I was going to say the word. Say the word.
Dance. And he has
what's
some
up,
moves.
Oh, what's up? Also, what's good? Hello, Raiderettes. Much love and respect, La Nation. Yes, Alex says, listen, I don't know if firing the car is the answer, but he has been the one constant that hasn't been changed throughout this entire thing. So maybe not fire him, but I mean, is it
put him on a timeout?
You bench him? I don't know. Maybe he needs a timeout. I'm just saying we all need timeouts once in a while.
Let him call the plays. Let him call his plays. Let him switch up the plays with, you know, if McDaniels gives us a play and he sees it's not going to work and he can't execute it, switch up the plays.
I'm down with that. I'm down to trying something new. That's for sure.
Yeah. I mean, it hasn't worked for the last 5 games. And if you look at the stats, we look like a bad team. But if you watch how we play, we're not that bad, right? We're not performing that bad. If you look at all of our scores, they have been less than 10-point difference. Yeah. So, I mean, we're just barely missing that W by like the thin of the hair, you know, or
we just don't play 4 quarters. We don't play all 4 quarters.
They'd never play all 4 quarters. I hear what you're saying, but you said it all right there. They're not that bad. That means like you're not good. Like this team with Waller, with Renfro, with Adams, with Jacobs, like you've got all the weapons now. With that lineup, you can't not be that bad. You have to be good. You know what I mean? Like, look what we're looking at here. Look what we're looking at.
Yeah, we are good. So that's what I'm saying. Maybe
scary.
Well, good and not that bad are different to me. You said not that bad.
We need some work, right? And I'm thinking maybe if Carr can just, you know, ask for forgiveness later after he switches up the play, if he can't see it executes, like, let's give it a try. We should not be 1-4 right now. There's no way. Look at all the scores. Like, we've barely got, 3 points, 2 points, less than 10 points each game. right? And if you look at all of the teams that the Chiefs have played, we've scored the most on them. And we're the worst team in the NFL, supposedly.
Okay. That's like celebrating Derek Carr's 200th touchdown win or touchdown when the Raiders have a losing record. Like,
It's
doesn't
personal.
matter. He even said himself. He said he doesn't care about that. He would rather have won. So, but anyway,
Yeah.
we can talk a little bit more about football, but we've got our fabulous female waiting behind stage, and I know everyone is here for her and likely not for us. So we are going to bring her on right now. Oh, this is gonna be fun. I've been waiting for this. Hey, Adrianne, I'm Mama in the house. How are you, beautiful?
I am wonderful. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. You know, like I was saying, I've been telling everyone that I've been saying you gotta watch the show because you're so infectious. Your energy, your smile, like I feel like it's like a requirement to be a fabulous female is to exude what all of you ladies exude.
Absolutely. Well, so the smile is just a reflection of the inward, right? So if you're inward, the smile, you can tell when it's fake, when it's just like, I'm just here. But really, what I hope you feel from me, and actually from most of my sisters, all of us, what the smiles you see are the smiles. Hey, Connie, the smiles that you see. Here they come. Here they come.
Here they come. Here comes your fans.
Hi. Oh my gosh, here they come. I love my people. They love me so much. Hi, Lakeisha. Hi, cousin. Okay, back to business. This is good. No, but the smiles that you see is really infectious. It's from the inside because we're happy, our job, and we're just naturally happy, which is what brought us to the auditions in the first place.
Yes. And speaking of auditions, you have a very unique story. I mean, you can see the years here from not only are they two different stints, but look at the range of it. I mean, that is 3 decades. I mean, I don't know the stats on this, but how many ladies can say they danced in 3 decades? Tell me about that.
Okay, dance. I have a little bit of champagne.
Okay.
It's a little bit of champagne. Okay, so no, I don't think anybody can actually. So there are some other women on the squad that have cheered and danced. Hi, Taloja. There are some other ladies that have Scooter, hi, that cheered for 10 years, and more actually, but they were maybe like in 90s and 2000s and they stopped. Yeah. Or like for me though, I started in the late 80s. So I get those first couple of years in the 80s, which is exciting.
By the way, I'm sure you hear this all the time, and I hope you don't find this demeaning. But by the looks of you, I can't even imagine that you were old enough to be a Raiderette in the 80s.
Thank you, Spicy. But you know what? Time is indeed flying by. But I'm going to make the rest of my days the best of my days. Those were some really great times. And a lot of times with the Raiderettes, what we say is this: that it actually means more. Hi, Alvin. It means more to you almost after when you're retired. Jay said somebody said dance.
Oh,
Jeff,
well,
hey, Chicago in the house. Yep. See, I'm trying to stay on point, but the drinkers are like, okay, dance. It's time. Yes, exactly. But yeah, that's basically. I mean, I'm just so excited to be here. I forgot my train of thought when he said dance and drink. We
were talking about your regime, if you will, from the 80s, the 90s, and the 2000s. And then if you want, I know you have an interesting story about what happened in between there. And we're happy to have you tell us that because, even though it might be a little bit of a rival, I think it's an interesting story.
Let's go ahead and just get that done and out of the way. But,
okay.
Okay. So y'all listen, don't be mad and don't start. But I did cheer for the 49ers for 4 years, okay? Because I did go to the Bay Area to take care of some family stuff, and I went up there. The Raiders weren't there yet, okay? So don't start. They weren't there yet. So I went there, and I wanted to stay in the NFL. With that said, I'm going to tell y'all, don't be mad. But I do have a Super Bowl ring. But I wear it
be mad at that
because it's my accomplishment. Spicy and I talked about this. She was like, well, it's your accomplishment. Like, wear it. And I am. We cheered really hard. It was Super Bowl 29, 49ers against the Chargers at what was then Joe Robbie Stadium. It was a wonderful time. And that's where I really learned a lot about how to be a leader. And I was under wonderful management there at that time. So yeah, I did, even though I do bleed silver and black, because that's where I started, I actually came back because that's where I wanted to retire. Okay.
Yeah,
but I did spend some great, I did spend some great years.
Show us the bling, girls.
So
Show us the bling.
So shout out to my 49ers family as well, because it's all love, y'all. It's all about, let's keep it football, right? But we, let's back to the lecture at hand, which is Raiders right now. But yeah.
Right. But I would just like to congratulate you on that accomplishment, because whether it was with the Raiders or another team, I mean, not many people can say that they have a Super Bowl ring. And I think that we should celebrate those accomplishments. And so there's no hate here from a Raiders fan.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. I was cheering, doing my favorite thing. So.
Totally. Yeah, you're well. But like you said, you liked wearing the silver and black more, right?
I bleed silver and black.
Are you allowed to say that?
Yes. No, I do. The very first team I ever cheered for as an 8-year-old in Little League they were called the Raiders. And they had just changed their name from the Rangers to the Raiders. So the very first time I ever yelled go anybody was the Raiders at 8 years old.
Okay. I love that. I love that. Like so you really started as a dancer at a young age.
I did.
I won't do that too much. But let's
Drake,
dancer. Drake. Let's bring up, just for fun. You sent me so many great photos of you. So many. It was hard to choose.
10 years. It's so hard to narrow it down, y'all. I was just like shooting out pictures. And we just had our reunion, which we can talk about in a bit. So they were right at my fingertips as well. So I was like, okay, this one. I don't even know what I sent you. Go ahead and surprise me.
All right. I love this one. Because it really shows the difference in time here. Woo!
I don't see it.
1988 and 2004. Girl.
I don't see it. Oh, I do see it. Wait. Yes. Can they all see that?
Yeah,
they
saw
it. Okay, I saw that. Yes. Look at that hair. In 1988. Look at that hair.
I know.
And then, then I matured. I started at age 19 and I retired at 36.
I love that. Oh my God. So B says she's part of our cast. She was just on. So she cheered with Nicole. I think they were the same couple of years. Nicole was on our show. I believe she was the first one on our show.
Yes. Yeah. Nicole. Yes. That's my girl. Hey, B. We did cheer together. We feel very close to that.
Yes. She's awesome too. She had some great stories, and I know you have some. And I know these photos are gonna bring. No, actually, before we get to, we'll go throughout the photos a little bit. But I think this is my favorite question to ask all the former Raiderettes. Can you talk a little bit about your either a favorite memory or something regarding the one and only, the incomparable Mr. Al Davis?
Honestly, I don't know. Okay, so I've only walked by him. I know Mark better, okay? But the memory that I have, I'm going to say this. So in our reunion 20 years ago, at our reunion, we came to rehearsal, dressed however we wanted. Some girls wore like stuff from the 90s. Some wore some from the 80s. I actually wore an authentic 80s like silky white sweatsuit that I actually cheered for, wore when I went to rehearsal at the LA Coliseum. And some of the girls were lovingly funny going, you dressed like Al Davis. And I thought, you know what?
That's the first one I thought.
So that's my memory, is that I was dressed like Al Davis. Yes, I was the best. I am the best. I am slightly controversial. I am out to win. And I am, out for a commitment to excellence. So they can call me Al Davis all day if they want to. So that was my memory when they were like, you dress, because he used to wear the all white.
Totally.
So that's my memory when I think of Al Davis right away. I think about that. And I just think about him on those sidelines. He'd walk by and just wave at us. And we'd be like, here he comes. But yeah, I enjoy dressing like Al Davis. So I like that.
I love it. Hey, that's a compliment in my opinion. All right, we're gonna fast forward to another kind of flashback here from two different eras.
Let's see.
So we've got 1991 and 2002.
Yes, ma'am. So yes, you see that. I mean, I'm not trying to, listen, I'm blessed to have pretty good metabolism, and I do eat well and I work out. But those are, if you put that up, those are the authentic pieces that they're the same pieces. They're not replicas. So that shirt, that belt, the shorts, I had the whole Reeboks from the 80s, and I had like the slouch socks and everything. I wanted to recreate the 80s workout, show up to the Coliseum look at our reunion a couple months ago. So those are the actual pieces, and I wore them.
I was going to ask you that. So I'm glad I was like, I know they're similar, but they're the exact ones. So I'm going to give you a chance. You have a lot of love here in the comments.
Rust on it. The belt had rust on it. That was an official.
That's hilarious. I'm going to give you a chance to shout out. Looks like you got some friends, some family, maybe some fans in here. Gregory Floyd, lovely.
Hi, yes. Hi, Venus. Gregory Floyd, yes. I gotta shout out my Zoom family. I know y'all don't know what that is, but we met over COVID, over like on a Zoom at the helm of DJ Tony Nat. We met with DJ Tony Toka from New York. He started these like these just Zoom, come in and just listen to music. And I've learned so much about East Coast and music and stuff like that. So a lot of these folks that are in here today are people that I've met through there, and I call them family today. So hi, Zoom family. I had to shout them out. Y'all be rolling hard for a sister. I appreciate that so much.
Oh, I love it. Yeah. Hey, roll hard for us too, if you don't mind. You know, if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, please do so. Hit the subscribe button and light that torch. We always say light that torch by hitting that like button. We'd love for you to subscribe. Like I said, we're gonna have fabulous females on this show, hopefully weekly. But right now, we're gonna get back to our girl here, Mama. So we have some more fun with these photos.
Okay, sure, why not? I'm scared to see
this one's one of my favorites. One's one of my favorites right here.
Yay! That is 1988. That is my rookie season when I won Dancer of the Year. So I'm 19 years old. I'm a sophomore. I was a transfer student into USC. Fight on, Trojans. Yes.
Yes.
Dance. I said dancer. Go ahead, y'all. Turn it up. But yeah, that was me winning Dancer of the Year my rookie year. That was such an honor. And I'm standing out there along other ladies who are Raiderettes of the Year, other Dancers of the Year, and you know. So, and my directors, my coaches at the time, Danelle and Mary Weber, who I got to see 2 months ago.
I love it. And I don't mean to digress too much. I always gush over my friend Julian, little Chucky, but he is the youngest, the smallest USC fan. You saw him. He dresses as Tommy Trojan. I think he's still in the chat. I don't know if he's still in the chat, but he was a little earlier. So I was hoping that you all could meet at the last game, but he wasn't there. So maybe we can arrange a meeting at one of the other games.
I would love that. That's why I asked was he going to be there at the last game.
Right.
He's like, I don't think so, but I would love that. Yeah, USC, that is my alma mater. That's where I went. I have still very strong ties with a wonderful university. Actually, you know, over the years, what I truly believe is there's been like a special connection between Raiders and USC. If you notice, a lot of times there were USC players brought over. He said, I'm here. Hi, I saw the cutest pictures of you. Fight on, young one. Yes. But I think there's a special relationship. You know, they always brought over, seems like a lot of players from USC. There's just, you know, where we played the same place for so long. You know, USC is still there, but it's just such a great school. And I still have great alumni ties. My sister's the coach of the cheer and dance and song and spirit there. So, you know, I mean, it's the best of the world. Dance, y'all better get it. Let me drink some water this time because this is fight on. Yes, we are team. Start them early, right?
Right. He says he'll try to make it to the next game. So hopefully you all can have a meetup.
Make sure we meet up there. And I'm sitting here with my phone in my lap because I'm seeing all my people. Don't think I don't see you all. I see you all. So thank you. Hi, Pluke. I love you too. Thank you. I love you. Yes, Pluke. Now, Pluke is my cousin. I got to shout her out. She was an original BBD dancer with BBD, the 4 girls with the Poison. She was one of those. Yes, she was. It runs in my family. We all dance.
I love it. Oh my goodness. This drinking game is going to get me
dance. We all dance. Go ahead, y'all. If you're driving or if you're young, don't do it. I'm just trying to stay on point because I'm still in Raiderette mode.
Hey, we call ourselves a Tailgater Raiders YouTube, and you know how we do. You know how we do out there in the parking lot. We always get our drinks in.
Y'all know what team this is. You know, we can't sit in here like we're like, okay, hi. Now, as a Raiderette, like I said, I have to stay on point. But right now, y'all know what team this is? Come on.
Totally.
Yes. My mom has got to
I'm
be
gonna
here too.
bring up. I got a couple more photos I want to share if you don't mind.
Oh,
You said you
yes.
were closer to Mark Davis than you were to Elle Davis, and this looks like a very recent photo here. So tell me this one.
Let's see. Let's see. Here it comes. It's coming.
He's
Oh,
repping
I
the Las
see it.
Vegas Aces, so this is new.
Yes, this was 2 months ago at our reunion. They laid out the red carpet for the Raiderettes like royalty. That's the beauty of how we were treated. Not knocking any other teams. Again, I did cheer in the night at the Niners in the glory days. They treated us very well there. So I can't knock that. But from what I understand, though, like the Raiders really take the time to make sure that we feel like we're really a part of the game. Hence the word Raiderettes, female Raiders. Again, y'all hit that subscribe button because I'm gonna back up real quick. These ladies are working hard. Where else can you find beautiful ladies like Spicy, Mother Moon, B, and these ladies really know their game. So hit that like button while I'm talking. But anyway, they laid out the red carpet. Yes, and she even tell me to do that for us 2 months ago at our 60th reunion. Raiderettes were started in 1962, but there was a couple of teams that aren't really on the history books that were in the 60s and 61. I found out about that, but they were officially started as the Raiderettes in 62. So we were at Top Golf there. That was the first night, like our meet and greet all together, and I hadn't seen him in a bit, and we just had to get that picture. We had to get that picture together. He's so wonderful. He's such a wonderful.
It's such an iconic photo too. Like that is something that you can have. I mean,
Absolutely.
Forever, right? And it's so genuine. It doesn't even look like a fan photo. Like it looks like he cares about taking a photo with you.
Yes, he cares about me. He cares about the Raiders and my family. I've been with the Raiders again. I tried out in 1987. So even when I didn't make it that year. Best reunion ever, right? It was so wonderful. I'm getting emotional because as we get older, it does get more and more emotional. But yes, it really, he's my friend. He's a friend of my family. He means a lot to my family. My brother actually works there. He's been there 27 years. A lot of folks know that, some don't. But the Raiders are my second family. So that's why, he's like my brother. So I'm very proud to know him. And I believe he's very proud to know me.
I love that. I feel like there's nothing better than hearing the owner or a CEO or have you really, really care about the people that are, I don't even want to say, I will say team members, right? That will say team members. And I think that's so important. And every Raiderette that we've spoken to so far, that's the consensus across the board, that everyone felt very well taken care of.
Yes,
and actually it gives me a whole different I'm going to digress just a little bit here, but I won't hang on too long.
Do that. Do whatever you want.
But it's very refreshing to hear because I feel like as Raiders fans sometimes we don't feel that same sort of respect. So so it's nice to hear that at least within the organization that you're getting it because you deserve it. Right? I think as fans we do too, but it's a very different point of view and I love it.
You said as fans?
As fans, yeah.
I think what it is, it's more about perspective. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want fans to ever feel like they're being slighted or they're being disrespected. They make the best decisions they can for the organization, like any job. It may be favorable, it may not be. But I think the Raider organization, they love their fans. They have to make the best decisions for themselves. So that's what I will say. And that's kind of a politically correct answer, but it is the real answer. I don't think anybody wants to make decisions to piss off the fans. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to piss off the fans, but they do what's best for them. I think we all do what's best for our families, right? Like for your children, for your husband, and for whatever, you do what's best for your family. And then no matter what it is, even if it means your Raiders family. So I think by being on the inside, they do take care of us, but we see a little bit more than you all see. But I would hope that the Raiders fans would just know that they do care. And so, in my opinion, they're just doing what they think is best for the family,
Yeah, no, and like I said, that's why it's a great point of view, and it's a great perspective. So thanks for bringing that perspective to us. All right, let's see. This is an icon. Well, before we get to the icon, I think what I noticed is like one of the iconic photos. You mentioned it, but before we get to that one, you did touch on the reunion. So I want to bring up a photo of you on the field. By the way, we talking about hairography. Shoot, check this out.
Let's see.
Hey! You better work, girl. You better
Oh, there
work.
it is. Oh, honey. Yes, that day I decided to go with a straight look today. But yes, that is me. That is all my. I wanted that hair that day, and we had some hair flips in the hair flips in the yeah, hair flips and dance. Either one, they're interchangeable tonight.
I
We
call
had
it
some
hairography.
hairography. Yeah, because you have to know. People don't know this as a cheerleader, as a dancer. Go y'all. So as a dancer, we're dancing around. Some girls, I love what's going on now is that there's like all different kind of looks being welcome. But for the most part, women have hair, their longer hair. You have to know how to dance and get that hair out of your face without doing this. Oh my God.
Right.
You have to know how to whip that hair back and out of your face so they can see your beautiful essence. They can see your beautiful you while you're dancing. So that is its own thing. Hairography, how to get that hair out of your face. And you don't wear lip gloss on game day. You wear matte lipstick because if not, you end up with what? Whiskers. Because all the lip gloss does your hair. But yeah, it is hairography and hair flips.
Great tip. And I just want to say, I can see the cast backstage, and they are actually participating in the dance drinking game, even though they're not on camera. We got Mother Moon back there flipping her hair.
Mother, yes, Mother.
Oh, and I just bring her on for a second too. She's working it.
Oh, Mother, yes, there she is. Yes. I see you. Who else is here? Hi, I'm just looking at. See, I don't see. Just so y'all know. Hi. Adrianne. See, I can see them on my phone, but yeah, I just want to keep my eyes here. I want to stay thank you, B. I want to stay present.
Overton, come over to YouTube, my friend. Okay, you have so much love here.
Hi, Eric. Emac. That's my little brother. He says that he's a Raiders fan because of me. Hi, Marcia. Now Marcia lives in Vegas. Now she went to high school with me. She's my big sister. Westchester High School. Gotta shout out my Westchester Comets. C-Town in the house. Yeah. I'm so blessed to be part of so many different nucleuses. Like, people say I have a family. I have a family, my blood family. Let me start with them. Sorry, I digress for a second. I have such the most wonderful family. My mother, Sandy. My sister is my very best friend of life. And then I have a wonderful high school family, my USC family, 2 different Raiders families, and the 49er family. I have a church family, and I have, I have a Zoom family. I just love everybody that's here. You guys could have been anywhere tonight, but you're here supporting me, and I appreciate that. And it's in supporting Spicy and the ladies here.
Yes, thank you for supporting For Life on Raiderettes Roundtable. I'm just so honored and humble that you ladies are willing to be on this show. We've had this idea in mind for so long, and we've always wanted to bring, like, like I said earlier, we all talk about all the players and stuff, but honestly, it's a team effort, and that's why you earned a Super Bowl ring, because you're part of that team. And we wanted to highlight all of the things that you fabulous females do. And what better platform to do it with an all-female cast?
That's what I think is so wonderful. And not, like I said, people don't know this, but some girls, they come to the Raiderettes, they just want to dance. They don't know. And I say we celebrate everybody, right? No judgment. Some girls don't even know really much about football. They just want to dance and be part of a team. So they slowly learn just the basics to get through the squat, through a game. Then they get better and better. I'm just keeping it real. Hi, Max. Max and Shirley, I love you both so much. Yes. Hi, Travis. Oh my gosh, I keep putting them up there. I see them. But she knows if she keeps Esther, she's my dance student. I'm a dance teacher, by the way. Hi, Esther.
I love it. I love it.
My greatest students. Hi, Latanya. I taught at her elementary school yesterday. I taught 100 kids from age 3 to 12 yesterday at her elementary school. Hi, thank you. But yes, I'm telling you, I'm all over the place. But it is just, and I lose my train of thought. I was in the middle of something good, and I see people and just like,
I know, it's my fault. But I just want to keep giving you the love, so I got to keep putting it up.
No, please do. If I charge it to my heart and my head, not my heart, that I can't stay on track. I can see somebody and go, oh my God, I forgot what I was talking about. Can somebody refresh my memory? Come in the chat. What was I talking about, y'all? Because Mama.
So I think I know the answer to this, but I want to respect your time. We are actually over your time that you allotted us. You want to stay longer? We would love to have you.
If the ladies, if they want to come back on, they can. But I will. I was
going to bring the ladies back on as well. We'll bring the rest of the cast on here. Let me just kind of get set up for it, and you can keep shouting out. We're gonna give you center stage though, of course. We got Mother Moon, Lady
Hi,
T,
Mama.
and
Is
Raider
that?
Rosie.
Hi,
So welcome.
Adrianne.
Hi,
And I'm going to give
Okay,
Adrian, of course,
beautiful.
center
Your
stage.
image is so beautiful.
Thank you. I have a million questions, but I don't want to take up too much of your time. So
I'm
I'll
here to talk tonight, so go ahead.
so I have all this.
Where do you train your classes?
Oh, okay. So my classes, I have two classes right now. I have a class in Culver City here in Southern California, and I have a class in Palos Verdes. They're both on Thursdays. You can check me out on my Instagram, which is dance_with_Adrianne, spelled like it is there on the screen.
Do you do Zoom? Do you do it over Zoom too?
And I do have one virtual class. I'll do more virtual classes if the need is there, because I believe that's what my God-given talent is. I believe that's why I was put on this earth, it's not about the steps. My students know what I tell you guys. It's not about the steps. It's about the heart. And I teach all types of dance. I teach jazz, I teach hip hop, I teach cheer, pom-pom, soul, line dance, all kinds of things. I mean,
we need to have a dance class.
Hey,
The Raiderette Roundtable. We need to get together.
Yeah, we need to come see you.
We'd love to have you teach class on our channel.
Yeah.
You set it up. I am here. I'm everywhere. I will travel. I will be virtual. I will be everywhere. But that is what I truly believe. I dance with my whole heart. People say when you dance, they say, I feel like your heart is right here. You know what I mean? Like some people, and it is like sometimes, like when the song is on, I'm in love for the 3 minutes and 50 seconds the song is on. I feel pain for the world if a song is on. I feel sad, or I feel happy, or I feel inspired. I really wear my emotions in my dance, and that can be taken in all different types of ways. But those who are emotional get it, and those who know me get it.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes, thank you, Allison. Hi, love
So,
you.
if I may ask a question,
Hi, Emily.
Where do you get your name, Mama?
Oh, good
Tell me
one.
about that.
Sure, I'll share that. Well, first of all, I myself am not a biological mother, and I knew early on in life, and I'm happy. I mean, I'm strong enough now to say that, because back in the days they assume you're going to be a mom. I knew early on that I did not necessarily want to be a mom, but I am nurturing by nature. So, I mama everybody without actually being a natural mother, right? And people that are watching that, give me a clap or whoop whoop in the chat, because they know everybody in this chat at some point has been loved. I'll make cry, but I'm looking at the chat right down here. Everybody here has been, hi Shirley, I love you. They've been mothered by me in some way, shape, or form. Yes. And and made me cry. So I got the word because we were actually overseas on a USO tour. It was Cole, Mitch, Patty, and myself. Cole, Mitch, Patty, because we called ourselves Camp J. Hi, Naya. Naya was on the show. There's Naya. She's here.
Hey, hi, Naya. Yeah, she was great.
So we would go from base to base. And whenever we left, they would say, you guys want anything to go? And I'm like, they'd be like, oh, I'm good. I'd always take the apples. I'd take the crackers. I'd take whatever they need. Why are you taking the food? Because maybe y'all don't know, one day we might get stuck somewhere and we're going to need some food, right? So that's how they got hungry one time. They were like, oh, I'm kind of hungry. I dug into my purse. I gave them crackers. I dug into my purse. I had that apple or that extra whatever. So hi, Carrie Ann. I cheer with Carrie Ann in LA. Hi, sweetie. Hi. And so they said, your purse is like a mama's purse. Y'all know how mama's purse has everything in it. Mother Moon had everything. Mother Moon had everything you need, right?
That's right.
Mama's purse had everything. Hi, Robert. Hi. And so seriously, so that's how I got the name. It started kind of funny, like Mama's purse. But then I realized one day I had this one girl's contact popped out of her eye. I had an extra contact in my purse. Believe it or not, it was her prescription. So Mama always got a hug. Mama got advice. Mama got a shoulder. Mama, if I have money, you can have that. Then don't be calling me asking me for that, because I ain't got all that. Basically, I got the name for my mama and mother and for everybody. And like I said in the chat, they can. Where y'all at? Where you at? Where you at? All parts of my life, they know. So that's how I got the name Mama. So
I love that.
Mother and still get Mother's Day texts on Mother's Day. Even though
that's beautiful.
Aww,
beautiful.
We love that. Can I just segue? I know mother. This doesn't exactly tie into mothers, but it kind of does remind me of it a little bit. So can you talk to me a little bit about your outfit today and what you're wearing, and what that
Yes.
kind of means, what it
Yes.
symbolizes.
Yes, Vanetta, are you here? My cousin Vanetta. So I decided to go white today. We know that real wear black. I went with the white today just because I just felt I wanted to kind of go with a bright color. So I started with that. This pin right here, it is representing Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Now it should be a year-round thing, ladies. Come on, we're on a ladies show, gentlemen. Okay, that's fine. You all right too, but ladies, check the tatas, save the tatas. I say protect the breast. It is no joke. It is no joke. And I know we're like, oh, you're talking about my. No, it is no joke. Health is wealth, ladies. Early
Yes.
detection is key. So that's what I like to, and we all have been touched by someone with a dreaded C word. We have. So I wear that for that reason. But this specific pin was the pin that was worn at my aunt's homegoing celebration at the end of last year that we lost. And her daughter is Vanetta, who should be on this cast somewhere. And it says, "Hi, Lakeisha. I know, I see you. Yes, I see you." And Lakeisha's like her daughter too. So this is the pin that we wore, and I want to wear this all month, no matter what I'm wearing. I don't care. I could be swimming. I'll have this on my bikini. It reminds us as ladies, as women, take care of our health no matter what it is. Let's start with this month. Helping each other out and being mindful of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And
Well,
I love that. And
reminding
thank you for saying that. Can I just, I mean, I won't go off on this tangent too much, but we did talk about, or you did mention like going and getting the mammograms checked. And
Yes.
also, there's other ways, there's other types of the C word that you can get. Blood work
Yes.
is essential. When you go get
Yes.
your physical, make sure you ask for blood work. They don't always offer it, but you can ask for it and you can get it done. You can get it done almost immediately. If you have insurance, usually it covers it with a very, very low copay. And it's simple and easy to do. Nobody likes. Well, I don't like needles. I'm gonna say nobody. I know I don't like needles, but it's worth getting done.
Yes,
So mammograms
absolutely.
for sure, but blood work is key. So yeah, everyone take care of their health for sure.
Yes, all ladies, please, and gentlemen that are here. I know you're like the same thing with gentlemen. Men get afraid to go to the doctors. Ladies, take your guys. Guys, remind your ladies. I mean, we need each other around for a long time. Lady T, Spicy Raider Girl, Mother Moon, B, Raider Rosie. I need you here. I need you with me in life. Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, we love that. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Mama.
Yes.
Thanks,
yes.
Mama. Right?
And Mama also, they know too. People who know me know they've been loved by me, but they know Mama pull that belt out too. Don't make me come over there. Y'all better get yourself checked. Don't play with you. Give me some snaps if y'all. Give me some snaps if you've been told off by Mama at some point, because y'all know y'all was doing it right there.
Double snaps.
Yes. Okay, come on. Yes.
I want to bring up this iconic photo to me that you mentioned it as well, but you talked a little bit about the USO. But this photo to me is just so beautiful in more ways than one. I mean, besides the hair being flawless and the makeup being flawless, the look, the pride in that look, holding that flag is what gets it for me. Tell me about this photo.
Gorgeous.
That is important to me, that particular picture, because that was the same year. That was the year of 9/11. So we were paying tribute to, because I remember that year they stopped playing for a week or two after 9/11, and we went back. That we were having a big, the whole, you could hear a pin drop and you could probably catch tears in a bucket at the Coliseum that day. And it's just, that picture it's iconic. I mean, not because I'm in it, but it's iconic. It's been used in table books. It's up in the Raiders office. It was taken by my favorite photographer, one of my favorite photographers. Her name is Lisa Coelho. Lisa Coelho she's been a Raider photographer for years. Hi, Lisa. I'm not sure if you're here or not. I have to shout her out. She's absolutely amazing. She took that. I didn't even know I was doing that. Yes. Hi. Yes. I see you. Thank you for your service. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you for your service.
Yes, absolutely. And I think that that was a moment she caught. I didn't even know that I was in my feelings there. There was so many feelings. We all remember where we were. There was feelings of sadness and feelings of hopefulness afterwards. There was feelings of anger, right? We had displayed anger. We didn't know what to do. But what I'm going to say, it could be controversial. Take it how you want it or not. America is the best country to live in. You know, I think we need to come
I agree.
together. And I'm not going to get political here because, you know, a lot of stuff's been going down, but let's love each other. But at the same time, people have died for us to have this beautiful country. So let's not mess it up. Let's love each other. You know, it's a lot of things are wrong too. That's okay within our own families, right? Good and
Right.
bad in the family, but we
Right.
have to stick together to make it work. So that picture means a lot to me in more ways than one. We have to just live harmoniously in our beautiful country. That's it. And that's what
Thank
that
you.
means.
Thank you,
I love it. I
Spicy
just
Raider Girl.
I
Excuse me.
just want to
you-
shout out. Can I just shout out Style and
Sure.
Rhythm really quickly, Mother Moon, before you get there?
Yes.
Because I want to thank you for your super chat. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for your
Sandra!
We appreciate
Okay, now,
you.
let me tell you who Style and Rhythm is. Sandra is
Okay.
my dance. She's my soul line dance teacher. And I found her during COVID because, you know, everybody shut down classes. So what that allowed me to do is to take classes from other states because everything was shut down. And that's how I found Sandra. She lives in Baltimore, Maryland. Hi, Sandra.
Hi, Sandra.
Yes. Sandra,
Thank you so much
that's
for your
who Style
support.
and Rhythm is.
If you want to support the channel, you can also hit the super chat
Oh,
button
that's
by
amazing.
hitting the
Thank you,
icon down
Sandra.
below. And
Yes.
our friend of the show here, Prez Oso, says, thank you for showing the nation love tonight, Raiderette.
I love Raider Nation. There's no other nation. You know, other teams be trying to put that nation behind them. They just won. What do you what
Yeah, they just
won?
won.
Mama
Say
said
it
there's
again
one.
for the people in the back.
In the back. Clap, clap, clap. There's one nation. There's one. Y'all lucky I don't have my line dance fan because it'd be like
I
And
love
only
her.
one. Yes.
No other. And
No,
Lil,
it's one nation.
my dude, Lil Chucky says, thank you, every veteran on here for your service,
Absolutely.
especially my mommy.
Yes.
Thank you,
Thank
Sylvia.
you.
Yes, thank you. She was part of the Navy. But I want to add to this, too. I also want to thank his dad. His dad
Yes.
is part of the Marines. So thank both of you
Yes,
so much.
thank you.
But thank everyone in the chat. You know, it's not limited.
Absolutely.
Thank everyone who has
Served.
served.
Yes, absolutely. I'm looking at my
And if I could go back and
Yeah.
if I could just see that photo one more time, I
Sure.
want I just love it, and I just need to.
those in the chat know I'm a crybaby too. Don't show that too often because
That is just a strong
I'm gonna
photo.
put up
That's
if Mama's okay with it, I'll
beautiful.
put all of these photos up on our Instagram after the show with the link to this. If you think that's okay for us to share on our Instagram
Absolutely.
page.
I love that picture. I can't believe that picture has already been. It was at 21 years ago already. How
it's
time flies.
so strong. It's so strong. Love it.
Feels strong.
Thank you for sharing.
Yes, of course. This
All
is just
right.
so fun. I feel like I'm at home with some friends, and I just, you know.
I know, and I know we kept you way over time, and I appreciate you staying way over time. We'd love to have you back anytime you want to come on, and let's collaborate in having maybe you do some of your dance tutorials on this show. I think
I
that's
would
a
love
cool
to.
that could be a cool thing that we could do.
Yes.
We are
please.
going.
Mhm.
Do you have anything,
I feel
and
this-
ladies? Before we let her go, do we have any other questions for her, or Mama? Do you have any final thoughts before we let you go?
Your energy is contagious and amazing, and thank you for blessing us with your presence today. That's
And-
been
And I feel we need a part 2.
yes.
Yes.
I mean, again, it's hard. Again, 10 years is hard to put in the 15, 20 minutes that you're allotted, but I know you have other business to get to, you know, in this episode. So, and for those who are here now, if you want, like I said, I'm going to say it, and those who missed it, you know, they can see it later, you know. So some folks were working and stuff. You got to make that dollar bill. So I wasn't mad at it when they was like, I got to be at work. I'm like, make that dollar bill, y'all. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. Woo-hoo, right?
Hey,
Right.
that's right.
Hey, look.
That part.
Yes. So no, my final parting words is I was just so happy to be here. Thank you for the invitation. Hi, Vanetta. That's Vanetta. That's her daughter. Hi, Tri Super Chatter. Can't remember. There's so many ideas.
Okay, girl, it's okay.
Yeah. But anyway, thank you for having me. Let's do part 2.
Yeah, we need to. I'm
Let's
in.
part 2, girl.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can do that.
I would love to do something like live, like with her, Nicole, and Naya, like something, you know, that'd be fun for the ones that we
Yeah,
have on the
let's
show.
Right.
Yes.
Let's
And
do it.
you're
Thank you for
gonna
bringing
have
that up,
DJ
Bia.
and Roxanne next week, right?
I
Yeah.
know. Yes, we do. And I know you and I had spoken about this a little bit, Adrianne. You know, I already invited you over, even though I've never actually met you in person. But your energy is so good, I invited you over. And Naya and I want to meet up here as well. So maybe we can actually get a real
Where does
round
Naya live?
where we're all together. Naya's in the Bay Area, East Bay.
Okay, because I know Nicole's in LA, so it's like even if we had to take a trip somewhere, you know.
Yeah, I mean, we can all convene, and probably the easiest place is all convene in Vegas. Do an actual round table where we sit around and chat. So
Yeah.
which Nicole is what we've got here?
Nicole R.
Rodriguez. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was our very.
I went to high school with her.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's so amazing.
Yeah.
I think she's visiting her daughter, and I can't believe her daughter's grown up and gone to college. But Nicole, later, if you watch this back, I love you so much. Nicole's one of my favorite people of all time in America. And
she had the best stories.
Yes, she's awesome.
Yeah.
She's awesome. Yeah. I mean, I didn't even touch on half I brought some original pom poms. Look how big.
I brought fabulous boots down there.
Oh yeah, where the boots, girl? Where the boots?
Show me the boots.
Okay.
Oh gosh, I got boots.
Say we need part two.
So these are the
everything.
Boots. So what I did was one day, at the reunion before last, I had girls sign the boot. You can see where they said, "Mama, we love you," and they were. They
Mama, you're not going anywhere. You're staying for a few more minutes. Let me just say that.
look how wonderful this is.
I love it.
Awesome.
Mama, I love you. Thank you for always being there, Nikki. Mama, I love you. You know.
Oh my God, that is so cool.
You're so well loved.
I am.
You are.
And I feel
because it's your spirit, girl. You make me smile. You make me smile through the screen.
I know, right? I haven't stopped smiling.
I really do.
I know. I just have so many. I have big sisters in LA. I have to shout out the fact that because I sit right in the middle because I cheered in the 80s, 90s, and in the 2000s. So again, I am mama to the younger ladies, but I'm also mama to my 60s OGs. I have to, yes, old school palms, yes, but I have to shout out my OGs. Y'all know LA stands. It really came from the word original gangster, but we're gonna say, OGs. The girls, the 60s ladies, we call them OGs who started everything for us. I am their mama because the very first reunion we had, that was their first time getting back on the field in years, and they gave me to them. I was on the squad at the time, and I remember Karen saying, "I want you to help the 60s ladies." And then, well, no, I didn't want to help them. I wanted to help the 90s and the 2000s because I wanted to be cute and show them that I could still dance. And I just wanted. They were like, "No, you're gonna help the 60s." I'm like, "Womp womp," like that's right. But let me tell you, Karen said
that was your purpose. You were supposed to help them.
Mother, you better stay there. Yeah. And that is exactly, mother better come on with the knowledge, right? So
mother better come on. Mother better come on. Well, wait, I just want to say to everybody, we've gained so many subscribers thanks to your fan base tonight.
Yeah.
So I just want before they leave, I just want to thank them for that.
All.
And if you haven't subscribed already, please do so. And if you have, thank you so much. I mean, we're looking at a good 10 subscribers from this broadcast alone, which is actually, believe it or not, that's actually really good numbers. So thank you for bringing your fan base.
My
thank
people
you, fan
love
base,
me,
for supporting us.
and I love them, and I love my big sisters and my OGs, and I have just big sisters, little sisters. I have fellow cheerleaders, and I have. I gained a daughter. Well, I call it gaining a daughter. Hi, Jackie Vaca. That's Jackie Ryan. She cheered before me. I actually have a picture with Jackie when I was 14 and Jackie was 18.
Well, Jackie and anyone else who's been on here. I know you named a couple other people. Raiderettes girls.
Come on, come on the show.
Come on. We'd love to have all of you are.
They are just so amazing. And like I said, I have one person that I got to, shout her out too. I have, when you have people that call you real, like your mama, but hey, Vaz. Yep. She's like my daughter. And people say we actually look alike, and her dad went to USC. And so she and I are like a real mother and daughter with the ups and downs and the love. Right. And I learned how to be a mom through her. And I'm like her standing mom, so I've gained all kind of people. And my sister, anyway, I'm just hi, Reggie.
Thank you, Reggie.
Thank you, Reggie.
I've known Reggie since LA days. I love Reggie.
I cannot wait to meet you. I just want
Cannot
to
wait to
hug.
meet you in person.
I have the
We gotta
biggest
have
hug for
part two.
you.
We gotta have part two for sure. We gotta have part two.
Okay, because y'all have some stuff. How long is this show? Because I'll sit up here and talk till it's midnight. Y'all be like,
Hey, well, we're overtime, but you don't have to go. Do you want to stay?
No.
I mean, we can get into the black tea with you. I just don't know if you want to get into controversial stuff.
you know what? Honestly, in true Raiderette fashion, because that's what we learn to do, I'll excuse myself on that. No, because here, no, not for any other reason than I'm here in Raiderette capacity. Because if I wasn't here in Raiderette capacity, I'd be sipping tea with y'all like, what happened? But at the end of the day, you know, what do we say? Once a Raiderette,
Always a
Raider.
Raider.
But at the same time, that is the culture of our team. So it's not a bad thing at all. And because I gotta eat, y'all. I'm hungry. It's way past my eating time. I gotta go eat. But no,
you go out one way.
Mama's fans, we're gonna stay on for 25 more minutes. We're gonna get into the black tea. She has to excuse herself, but please stay with us for a little more time while we discuss this. But I don't think we went over this yet. And if you haven't seen the show, the show's not over. But we want to go out one way and only
one way.
Woo, that was so much
everything.
fun.
Her energy was
Thank
great.
you, Mama.
Yes.
Lady T, Mother Raider Rosie B, thank you for being here. I know we're already 6 minutes past our time. We should actually start scheduling these shows for an hour and a half because the Raiderettes have bring so much great flair and style and stories to the show. But if anyone has to sign off, I understand. If you have to stay, if you are willing to stay with us to 8, we still got to get through the end of the show, and we are going to bring you the black tea. Oh my goodness, this might not be for everybody. This might not be for everybody. I'm just saying.
Back to reality. Ugh.
Oh yeah.
Get my tea.
And the Chiefs, it would one crushing loss for the Las Vegas Raiders.
Frustration from Adams, and whoa. Can't have that as Adams leaves the field. The frustrations on this evening bubbling over.
Oh, shit! That's not my punk! You got knocked the fuck out!
Oh, no, you didn't. I did not. Oh, shit.
I don't even want to watch it. I hate watching it.
Okay.
Hilarious.
I will say my opinion. I don't even know what teacup is. It's gone, but whatever. I'll say my opinion for last. Who wants to go first? Raise your hand. Shoot.
I'll go first.
Tell me.
I think it was not a mistake or an accident. I think the mic guy had his pull up as a mistake and accident, put it up in the way, not intentionally, but I think the push itself was like, get the hell out of my way. So I don't.
All right. Okay.
What? You're saving yours for last.
Last. Okay. Who's next?
That's my thought. I don't think it was an accident. I think it was. Yeah.
She saw.
I think that cameraman's trying to get paid. I think he saw Devontae come in and was like, payday.
Lady T, you think about your baby daddy?
Waller come out of your mouth. He wasn't even in the game, but she's like still bringing him up.
In case y'all don't know, that's her man. Okay.
That's my weekend baby daddy.
Does his girlfriend on the Aces know that?
Oh, she gets them during the weekdays.
Okay, so anyone else? What did you think about that? Was that intentional?
I do think it was in the moment, but I do think he really regretted it right after because he knew the consequences. And that's why he tried to apologize in the conference.
Yeah.
Ready, Rosie?
I agree. I think that it was bad on the photographer's part. I know he was trying to get a shot in Kansas City of our frustrations, but you can't, you have to kind of gauge a person's level. And I think it just wasn't the time. And Devontae
No, they do a lot of stupid stuff, but they get away with too much stuff.
And one last thought on that. I think there's way too many photographers on the field. There's way too many people that are just roaming freely and can get hurt by whatever means. Okay.
I will say, before Spicy gives her, anybody would have got it. Devontae was mad. I think anybody would have gotten it. Like,
whoever was sitting there,
especially when you mad and you get up in somebody's face like that. I mean, come on now. There's a time and place, right? Like,
exactly.
He could have got that picture from a distance. He didn't have to be all up in his space, his area. You know, like the man.
Was that a cameraman? I don't.
I have so much to say to this. And before I give, is everyone done? Before I give my opinion, I'll show it again.
Okay.
Show it again.
Let's do it. Show it again.
Show it again. I'll give my opinion.
And the Chiefs.
Okay.
It would one crushing loss for the Las Vegas Raiders.
Frustration from Adams, and whoa. Can't have that as Adams leaves the field. The frustrations on this evening bubbling over.
And the Chiefs.
All right, here's my point of view. First of all, he's not a cameraman. He's not a photographer. He's a grip. He's carrying a C-stand. That's part of the equipment that is holding, I think, one of the mics or something that's on the stage. So that, or on the sideline. So what his job is to do is to clean up the production equipment once the game is over, which is what he was doing. This is the problem. That area should have been blocked off. Okay, and he's probably green where he doesn't even understand where he's walking or who he's walking in front of. So whose fault is it? It's the NFL's for not blocking that spot off. It's the grip's fault for not having an idea of what's going on in front of him. Exactly. Okay, he has a C-stand in his hand. A C-stand. This is like a heavy metal piece of equipment that can hurt somebody. Okay, he's not even trying to get a shot. He just doesn't even know where he's walking. And I think Devontae Adams, he was in his own mind. Sure, he's frustrated. He's upset. He's trying to get into the locker room. And to Moon's point, there's too many people on the field not being in their own lane. And so when Devontae Adams, you see him kind of looking down, you kind of look up, he's already frustrated. You see some dude in front of you. He's got a C-stand. And you're just kind of like, get off me. And the adrenaline was probably so high that he didn't even know his own strength. I don't think he meant to hurt anybody. I don't think he meant to push him into the ground. And perfectly, to be frank, that guy should never even have access to that area.
Right.
Until the players are off the field, and then you clean up your production equipment. And then you clean it up. Mother Moon and I have said this for years and years, and this might be a side point, but all those photographers, this guy was not a photographer or a cameraman, by the way, but all the photographers and camera people that are in the locker room, that's too intrusive. That's the guy. Those guys' space. Stay out of their space.
Well, I think that's what like the NFL is trying to figure out. Because usually they would come with an answer already, whether he's like suspended or not. So I think like look into all of that, right? It seems like it. You know what I mean? Like it's not so black and white.
You need to write the NFL letter, Spicy, and give them your point of view, because I think a lot of us didn't see it from that point, and that's actually a good way to look at it. Okay, I changed my answer.
I watched it a bunch of times. Okay.
I did it frame by frame by frame, and I'm like, that is not a camera. That is a pole, a heavy equipment.
No, it's called a C-stand, actually.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what C-stand, but it was like it's long, right? It's long.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. I don't know a C-stand. I kind of just thought it was something that held maybe one of the big recorders. However, I knew that he wasn't supposed to be there, and I knew that Devontae was just frustrated. Like, get out of my way. Anybody can get it.
Yeah, and I don't think he meant it.
I'm just thinking of that Ludacris song.
Meant it in the way. I think he kind of had, the helmets are big too, right? They're big, and you have this much peripheral vision. So he was upset. He was frustrated. He was looking downward, and then you see somebody in front. You kind of do this, and his adrenaline was pushing him. had it in him.
A
So
moment, but he obviously he regretted it because he said it right after.
Yeah.
But
Well,
it's,
sure,
unfortunately,
I agree.
it's too late, you know.
I don't think it's too late. I don't think it's too late to make an apology. I think apologies can be accepted when they're meant, and I think Davante Adams meant it. I don't think he meant to push him down like that.
No, I'm not talking about the apology. I'm talking about the consequences that are going to come with it. Like, the guy's already filed a police report and he might get suspended, and that's just the reality of it, whether he meant to do it or not. So,
well, to Spicy's point, he shouldn't have been there. He didn't know where he was.
Well, of course he didn't mean to do it. I mean, we all know that, but I'm saying the consequences that are going to come with it.
Yeah,
what can we
I
do
feel like the NFL has to take a little blame for this, because first of all, they should bury the tunnel. They should put ropes up where people can't cross.
There shouldn't be so much access.
There should not be. And that person carrying the C-stand, who was obviously oblivious to the situation, you're basically crossing the road without looking both ways, should have some accountability as well.
Absolutely.
So the NFL, really, if this guy wants to sue or whatever Davante Adams, if I was Davante Adams, I sued the NFL for even having this person who doesn't even understand space or what he's doing in Davante's space.
Well, I'm wondering why that they're taking so long to say anything. All of that you just said in consideration, you know what I mean? Like, they're really silent about it right now.
No, right. It's interesting you just say that. What if that was just a random person that jumped the wall, whatever, that had a C-stand? You know, would he be
like that guy that got sacked around the field?
Right. Would he be then wrong for being on the field?
No, that guy that ran on the Niners field, he's suing because one of the Niners players hit him. So he's suing even though he was doing the wrong, right?
Yeah.
Like,
well, once again, anybody can sue anybody for anything.
That's what I'm saying. It's like you gotta look at it like and microscope it, because everybody's just quick to make a quick. They want to make a quick dollar. That's why I said with my first answer.
At first, I called it on Davante's end an accident. I don't know if that's the correct word. It's more like reactive. But I think in this situation, the reactiveness fit the cause.
Yeah.
In my and I actually kind of, if you don't mind, I want to watch it again, because maybe I missed something and maybe I missed. But let's watch.
The Chiefs, it would one crushing loss for the Las Vegas Raiders.
Frustration from Adams, and whoa. Can't have that as Adams leaves the field. The frustrations on this evening bubbling over.
Oh, you know what? Right there, real quickly.
He was frustrated, and that's why they show the helmets throwing and stuff beforehand.
I don't think it's as much as you're saying, Spicy. I think he saw him and was waiting for him to get out of the way, and when he didn't, he pushed him.
And see, B, why when you said that, I was going to say, I just noticed how he was looking down and then looked up and he was there. I saw
He gave him a chance to move, and then when he didn't, he pushed him. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, I think we're kind of saying the same thing, right? And I think the way that video plays, the media is trying to show Davante's anger or frustration.
Yeah, of course.
With throwing the helmet down and then when he gets to by the way, if we're talking about accountability, that guy should never even have access to that area. And that guy was oblivious to where he was even standing. Basically, if you're somebody on set, because he's working in production, clearly, you know where the cameras are. You know where the talent is. You know where you can step and where you can't. And this guy, to me, looked really green, where he didn't even know where his lane was. He should not even have been, and he didn't even look towards Davante. He was looking forward. So to me, that's his own fault.
Yeah, I mean, it's like if you're going to stand in the middle of the road and you get hit, like, you shouldn't have been there in the first place.
What did the chat say? I don't hear much feedback on that from them.
Well, we got negativity in the chat. We'll just ignore him.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't really even see much response to it. I don't know what everyone's reaction. Clearly, everyone's reaction was different than mine, and that's why I thought
because you dissected that video.
Well, you know the equipment
Not really.
too.
I just know what I
Yeah.
saw. I
Yeah.
didn't really dissect it as much as like I feel like I know what I saw.
I do think though he saw him and just waited for him to get out of the way. Gave him an opportunity to move, but he didn't.
But again, to Moon's point, or maybe it was Raider Rosie, you know, you got people coming onto the field, you don't know who they are or whatnot. Maybe you have to protect yourself or something like this. To me, this isn't a warrantable suspension. If anything, the NFL has to take accountability for who they let onto their field and the access of to which somebody could be on the field and the whereabouts of it.
So that's a good point. So in any place of business, if there's an incident that happens, the company takes steps to make sure that the employees are safe so it doesn't happen. It's like you put a padlock on the door so no randoms can walk in, or whatever it is, something slip, you know, there's a sign there that says it slips. There are measures to take when there's not a safe working environment. So maybe putting ropes out, security in that area, or just having that area off limits might be one step that the NFL takes. Possibility.
Okay, let's see what I didn't read all of this, but let's see what this says. That feedback, Mother Moon. All eyes on G.com. Missouri is a stand your ground state. Devontae should just say he feared for his life and tell him to kick rocks. Well, yeah, because it kind of did seem like that, because you don't know who's coming at you. And that guy, but again, that goes back to the NFL, and that guy should have never had access from this side of the tunnel to the other. Right? He should have never given it access to cross that path. And if he did have access, he should have accountability to quote unquote look both ways and see who's coming through.
Stand your ground state means if you fear for yourself, then you can stand your ground. Correct?
Yeah, and the game was never.
Orale, you late, dude. But say, just got home to say
Sean.
I'm sure he was listening, but he couldn't write on his phone.
Yeah, thank you, Senor. You could have never been there. That's exactly part of my point.
Senor just loves to run people over.
Well, that's true too.
Any opportunity he gets. He is banned from that park, that amusement park, which I thought was funny. Like, he gives a shit.
Oh yeah, was it like Missouri Amusement Park or Water Park or something?
For life.
Wait,
I'm like, because that's
Senor is? Did you just
no. See, he says exactly. He knows. No, the Adams. He's banned from an amusement park in Missouri for life.
Yeah. You know, everybody makes mistakes, you know. I mean, sometimes you just react in the moment and you don't like you're so in your emotions that you're not really thinking clearly, right? I mean, you can't always hold a person accountable for.
I don't think he'll be suspended. He might be fine.
Well, that's what I'm saying is when you're in that moment, you should be able to walk off the field through the tunnel without having to worry about some random dude with the C-stand coming through.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. It should be blocked off. And that's why I think the NFL should actually be accountable.
Which they never will take.
Well, fine. Then don't take accountability, but then also don't suspend Devontae Adams.
I think they'll fine him.
I mean, you let some joker through that. It's almost like saying, okay, we're going to let a camera person on the sideline, and they're so oblivious to what's going on, and they think it's halftime, but it's not, so they run onto the field, and then they get hit. Mm-hmm. Well, you're not supposed to be on the field. Like,
pay attention.
Who was in that area? Who was like directing, making sure things were, you know, people were falling?
Literally nobody.
I feel like if they're going to point the finger, they should point the finger at everybody that, you know, should have been controlling that area or making sure the players are safe or making sure there's no, you know, camera people on the way or, you know, fans
Senor wants to start a GoFundMe for Devontae.
Oh, God. I think he can afford it.
No, he can afford it for sure. It's more like I just don't want him to get suspended because, you know, we need him to play.
We need him.
Well, there's that. Well, I don't think that camera person is going to be dancing anytime soon.
The best receiver in the world. So, yes, we need him to play. And his frustration is warranted. right? Like the clip I showed, they want to package it together like he's some angry helmet throwing person on the side.
Because he's a Raider. Oh, he wasn't that angry on the Packers. They just put on the Raiders.
Oh, did you see the memes going around of Devontae today? Laying on his bed, you know, holding up the Green Bay with Aaron
begging
Rodgers.
to go back.
Yeah, like, you know, just kind of feeling sad, you know, and his emotions. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it was reminiscing of a picture. And then it shows the picture and their heads are together.
Oh my gosh.
It was wicked.
Well, we got the check coming up.
Thank you all for joining us. Any parting thoughts, ladies? Any parting thoughts? I know we went 30 minutes over. We should just make this show an hour and a half because the Raiderettes.
I thought it was a really good show. I'm glad that Adrianne was on the show. It was amazing.
Oh, she was amazing. And I want to thank all her people that she brought on. Also, excited to meet them. When you're in Vegas, I know there was a couple that mentioned they were going to go to a game. Hit us up if anyone gets out there. We'll put you on the show. Some cheers leaders that came through. But so I think it was an amazing show. Also, the lady, she did a great job. I really want her energy, and I'm going to try to bring it into my existence to always smile and wear my heart and just share with everybody. So thank you, Mama, if you're out there still listening.
Thank you, Mama, and thank you to all of Mama's fans. We got 11 subs from the show tonight, so we appreciate you. That's astronomical.
Awesome.
We got up to 60 viewers at one time. We got a huge fan support. The Raiderettes Roundtable right here. Raider Rosie, Lady T, any final thoughts?
Let's just win. Just win, baby.
That's all we ask.
Gee, let's fucking go.
Oh,
yes. LFG.
I used to say that. Why do you say fuck shit up?
We're
moving on. We're moving on from LFG. We're moving on because we're not going anywhere. So
because it's not working. Anything else.
Well, I think Tim Brown
don't be like
right?
that.
He said they won 4 games and then they lost 4 games and they still made it to the playoffs. So I mean, we just got to be positive, optimistic.
I mean, because let's be real. Next game, I'm gonna be right there cheering them on.
Texans, so. I might make it to that game. I don't know. I'm trying. I'm attempting to try.
Other Moon and I will be there. We'll be doing the flattering for the game, so we'll try to do. I'm gonna try to do a live video from the field. Maybe I won't even do the flag unfurling per se, like having hands on Mother Moon. You're gonna have to carry my end and yours, so I can go live. Last time we did that, somebody tripped me. Somebody tripped me, but that actually might make for funny. Maybe I'll just fall just because. It might just be
oh my God, that's so funny you said that. I've already envisioned that I'm going to fall. Let's knock on wood. I'm not going to fall, and then I'm going to crawl out and pop up, and, there I am. But,
I mean, let's do it a little bit after the fact. I don't want to disrespect the flag, so we'll do it after the fact.
Right.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone, for joining us. I want to thank our special guest, Raiderette Mama. Thank you for being on the show. We're going to have part 2. I want to thank our former Raiderettes, Naya and Nicole. Thank you, you girls, for your community. Look forward to us next week. We have the twin sisters on the show. So come through for that.
That's a perfect bye week.
It's a perfect. We're going to be Mother Moon's going to be interviewing them, but we are excited about that. So let's get it, ladies. Let's get it.
We got people wanting some patches. Everyone has some. We'll get
Hit me up. We'll send you a patch. We got plenty of patches. We'll send it out. All right, Raider Nation. Well, we go out one way and only one way.
Don't go anywhere.
And it began in an autumn day. Right here in the OAK, California dreaming in the Golden State, Alameda County right here by the bay.
Yes, I represent that nation. Our story. Yes, I represent that nation. Our story. Yes, I represent that nation. Our story. That's right. Representing silver in the black, and Mr. Manuel Track, yo, is here.
Without showing any pity, from Oakland to Los Angeles to Vegas to Mexico City. Yes, I represent that nation. Yes, I represent that nation. Yes, I represent that. Yes, I represent that nation. Yes, I represent that. Yes, I represent that nation. Raider Nation. Raider Nation. For life. And I'm a spicy girl in the mother moon. And it began on an autumn day, right here in the OAK, Alameda County, right here by the bay. California dreaming in the Golden State. And you can find me in that east side, representing that east side. No matter what, we rep that shit.
Thanks for watching, Raider Nation. Thanks for watching. Catch us next week with Raiderette twins Deidre and Roxanne. They'll be live right here, 6:30 PST. And always, let's go Raiders.
Dance,
Yeet,
dance,
yeet.
dance, dance, dance.
Dance, dance.